So in my geography courses, I usually focus on the outcomes that I'm hoping students are going to achieve in the course. And actually, by using active learning, I find that I focus even more so on the outcomes because I really focus on the kinds of skills that I want the students to be able to take away after they're done with my course. So in that sense, the type of active learning activities that I do typically just kind of present themselves out of what I'm trying to achieve with the students. One of the things that's really important with my course is that students can interpret research and graphs and things like that after they leave the course. So I try to make a point for them to get up and interpret graphs together and try doing that themselves so that they actually have the skills to do that when we're done with the class. Another thing that I like to do is have an activity at the very first class that gets everybody moving around and working together. And I try to choose something that seems fairly difficult at first, and then they get a chance to actually see what they can accomplish together. So for example, in my environmental change course, I asked the students if they think they could put the events that happened that led us to today in terms of the creation of the world, if they could put that in order, or if they could give a timeline of the Earth. And all of them say that they feel like they couldn't. So what I do is I get them to do it together, but I have it set up so that they can actually accomplish it. So everybody goes up there with something that happened in Earth's history, like the Big Bang, or the first photosynthesizing plants, or first humans, all sorts of different things. And when they see that it's just a matter of putting them in order and that everybody knows a little bit about the order of things that happened, then it's really exciting to see them kind of go through those stages of trying to figure that out. And eventually at the end, they always end up with something that's very near the actual history of the Earth. A lot of the teaching that I do in geography, I get the students to teach each other as much as they can, and also to bring in their own interests whenever I can. So a lot of the time, they'll be teaching each other, even if it's something new and they're learning it right there, or they'll be teaching each other based on their backgrounds. And one thing that does is it brings to my attention the strengths that students have in the class. And by the end of the course, students know, oh, that person has an anthropology background, and I could ask them about this, and they get to kind of see what their own strengths are and how to work well with their colleagues.